London by Osbert Sitwell. I love the cruel contrast of the city, an artist work that fools consider muddle, as much a muddle as a winter sky whose fiercely piled up clouds of black and grey are shot with fitful gleams of golden light, as much a muddle as the aged trees whose branches burst with blinding green each spring. I love the palaces of iron and stone that proudly lift their heads to look upon the havoc and the evil they have wrought, on small black shops already near their doom, whose modest wares lie hidden from the street behind an old curved window, tightly closed. I love the houses, russet brown with smoke, which men pull down with eager cruelty, with willing wanton hands that pick and pluck old sagging papers from dismantled walls, that show their silly cornices of plaster, display their dreary marbled fireplaces in all their shocking nudity, like Noah, the laughing-stock of gay and growing streets. The broken doll's house of a growing child. This is the crushing of the old ideals, the end of what our fathers dreamt so fair. I love to live where wealth and slums conjoin, to show their vivid, tragic artistry. The beggars watching motor cars roll by, the shaking houses where the traffic winds its endless shambling errand for the town. Its rolling echoes deep as muffled drums, yet eager with a searching, strident note. I love the narrow streets towards the east, the streets with stalls of flowers and eatables, smelling of gardens, orchard farms, and downs, with stalls of crockery and handkerchiefs, all slashed with paisley Indian designs, and whelks piled high upon a wheelbarrow that almost smells of tar and salt and sea. The women with strange, brightly colored shawls, the Europeans, Jews, and coster carts. I love the broader streets, which yet are poor, with frightening alleys leading out of them, the broad streets planted with young trees nigh dead, and tall black lamp-posts that stand far apart, as tall and black and proud as the police. The uniform monotony is spoilt by churches with queer, ugly spires of stone that offer future joy for present pain. The painted trams pass with metallic clatter. The street is set with shops that smell of eels, with hat shops full of gaudy colored hats, with dentists, pawnbrokers, and butcher shops. Strange Asiatic script is placarded against the yellow gloomy frontages, amongst which sometimes can be seen a break, a red-tiled country cottage left behind, or a crowded plaster palace where are shown strange crimes, where cowboys rescue girls, where forgers are discovered by police, where comic men collapse and crush their hats, the moving pictures, peep shows for the poor. I love the business thoroughfares and roads where all the wealth of London circulates, so full of people that at noon the streets are black, an ant-heap overturned, at night deserted and forlorn as Babylon. The streets, plain planted where the poor can see, the royal processions and their progresses, where feathered ladies drive to drawing rooms, where all is ugly, calm, and feelingless. I love the height of that cathedral tower, whose solemn, lovely vaults of yellow brick are strewn, confetti-like, with marbles rare. I love St. Paul's proud air of isolation, so distant and aloof and grandiose, that gloomy bulk of sombre, ink-black stone, yet seared by shadows white as driven snow. I love the wistful monument to Albert, whose glowing Gothic colors gaze across toward the classicism of the concert hall. I love the park, its vivid summer flowers, its crowd of silly people smartly dressed, and, standing grouped about the other end, the beggars and deported aliens who listen to a crazy clergyman, unbalanced politician, or to those who sing the patent virtues of a pill. Or hear the views of some poor pale Hindu explaining theories to a scoffing crowd, or mock the Bacchic singing of some sect who hymn the Almighty in a ragtime strain, a sect of sallow women, spectacled, of men with faces earnest and unshaved. I love Park Lane and its inhabitants, its oriental curious pageantry. I love the Regent's houses and his arch, Buckingham Palace, Selfridge's, the Mint, the Tower of London and the Beefeaters, Cleopatra's Needle, and the blind poor man who stands in Piccadilly all day long. I love the country perfume of the carts that thunder down our streets each early morn, watched by those sad, unhappy things of night. That wretched, lowly, undiscovered race who pace the pavement all their fevered lives. I love the Embankment and its thin, poor trees, the scaffolding, the cranes, and the cement which will one day form beauteous palaces. I love Blackfriars, the noise from Waterloo, Somerset House, Savoy Hotel, the grounds in which the Watergate stands put away. I love the Adelphi Terrace and its view. I love Trafalgar Square, its Landseer lions, St. Martin's in the Fields, and Charing Cross, the busy, roaring traffic of the Strand. I love the silly pleasures of the rich, the shops that sell unheard of novelties. I love the docks and all their merchandise, the Lascars and the Chinamen, the quays, the public houses and the rich hotels, the music halls and theatres, and the queues that wait like flunkies on prosperity. How I love London and its daily life, the very blood and heartbeat of the world. London. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.